as you were doing. And let's get it on. That's right. We are live with the final of week 5, or episode 5 rather, of the Factional Showdown. This is the Soviets versus OKW. These guys are playing with commanders that ban particular assets that these factions usually play with. To give you a scope of that, I will briefly introduce the players. Of course, we have Von Ivan, that just beat J for Jet in an all-time classic 49-minute battle. It was awesome. He made a really cool comeback, and he's on form today. We have Paula, who was up against Hooligan. That seemed a little bit starstruck and didn't... it wasn't the most competitive of games, but it was still a good warm-up for Paula. He's your OKW competitor for today. The bans we have in today are Von Ivan, who's banned Breakthrough, Special Operations and Scavenger. You will not see Paula utilise those 3 commanders. And we have Paula, who's banned Lend-Lease, Defensive and Counterattack. So no Dushkas and no Kliment Vershilov 1 tanks. Stern Pioneers going straight for the house, just as Stern Pioneers tend to do. 2 Combat Engineers for extra capping potential. But they will be probably cut off very shortly, as the Stern Pioneers dawn upon them. Therefore requiring the Penal Battalion to do some good work. This game is live, and I'm live for the viewer that just asked. Everything's happening as we speak, or with a slight delay for the players who are, you know, a little tiny bit behind, just so that they can't just have the stream on and listen to my voice and guide what I say to do. Well, they'd probably lose if they did that. Stern Pioneers and Kubelwagen, great synergy shown by that tandem. Penal Battalion is now branching up, and you've got the M3 Scout Car. I thought that Von Ivan used that really well against Jay in that previous game in the early going. It was really good to see. If you're wondering what that commander is in the bottom left, we'll go through their commanders in due course. Work a battle there as the Stern Pioneers push away that Combat Engineer. Here comes the Scout Car. Its tandem abilities. Look at it. Look on it from the bushes as it destroys all that flora. Elsewhere, but this Foch Grenadier is starting to back cap the map. Oh god, that Stern Pioneer's got to be careful, you know. Because this is... Oh god, that's a Penal Battalion he's retreating past. This could be an early loss for Paul. M3's going for it. It's going to try and gun him down. And does indeed get an early victory for Von Ivan. That's 300 manpower down the Swanee. As Paul is now left to lick his OKW wounds. And Von Ivan claims an early lead. I just stole that from chat. Von Ivan. That's exactly what just happened. To be honest though, Paula just really should have retreated that a lot sooner. It was a really difficult retreat path for him. He was on negative cover here. Notice how my cursor turns red. All of this is negative cover. And that diminished a lot of the health. And it was just left for the M3 and the Penal Battalion's SVTs to finish the task. However, one good thing I suppose for Paul is he's managed to cap these positions here. But he's had a little bit of a back foot now. He's got a fleshy underbelly, which is this point here, which is going to be taken by this Penal Battalion, no doubt, which is going to mean he's reduced to next to no territories very shortly. I need to drink some of this absolutely foul coffee I just made myself. I have no milk. I tried to pour the milk out for a cup of tea earlier, and it was solid. Like, it just kind of congratulated and moved slowly down the bottle. It was gross. Ooh, that truly is disgusting. With the Rock 9 flamethrower, Clown Car M3 on the go. God, I really wouldn't want to be in the Clown Car when the flamethrower's been operated, would you? Comrade, that's a little bit too hot! It's not a safe for work weapon. They really didn't have stringent health and safety regimes, did they, the Soviets? They gunned down these Foch Grenadiers on retreat, and he knows there's nothing Paul can do about it right now. For Von, he's treating this as just another stream snipe. It seems he's playing really easy, really loose. He's really well warmed up and lubricated. well oiled by that really long match against J for Jet, but Von Ivan, who regularly does 5-hour streams of 1v1, he's just, you know, cooking on full tank of gas now. All cylinders. Somebody just asked what version of Crossroads is this? It is indeed 1.1. It is a slightly improved version of Crossroads, perfect for competitive play. Just brings the victory points a little bit closer to the centre and removes the negative cover from base exits. Kuberwagen goes down to SVT fire. And that's just further insult to injury from Von Ivan. Focus Grenadiers push themselves further forward there. Oh god, Focus Grenadiers about to go down to SVTs. He's running and he gets headshotted and dies in the hay there. It's hardly a gladiator-esque end to his life. Penal Battalion Satchel destroys this building, shatters to the earth in a thud that shakes the monitor.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle. A's got a cursor bug. Look, Windows has taken over. Give me my cursor back. There we go. Thank you. That actually happens to me in the game sometimes. That's right. So sometimes I'm like trying to micro as much as I can, all 12 APMs I can muster, and then that happens. Thanks, Relic. Penal Battalions are just bossing this game. They just don't care. The fact that Stern Pioneer died, it's having to be rebuilt. The fact that Focus Grenadier is now dead means this game's pretty much over. And to be honest, Paula tends to throw, sorry, not throw, but submit and GG out of games really quickly sometimes. Licking flames straight into that Focus Grenadier. And this one could go down. If this wasn't a suppressed penal there, it really would have suffered. Got to get away from the Faust. Is able to do so. Ooh, close though. MG30 was going to finish him off. He needs to jump out of there. Just jump out of there. In fact, no, he didn't. I think that was every model that jumps out of the clown car has had a 50% chance of dying. So he actually rolled good dice there, I think. Stern Pioneer suffering. Heavy fire from the Penal Battalion. MG34 doing good work. And Paul's had to resort to the MG34 now. He's on the defence. He's on the back foot. Very much so. It's not looking too good for him. Let's have a look at what he sees from his position. What his units see. And he smokes up Kugelwagen. Sorry, is that the MG? That's the M3, of course. Smoked up M3. We're looking on from the churchyard. And all these headstones very much Paula's army right now. What a nonchalant walk that was. Sorry, I do some of this zooming in recently. I really do like it. You can always tell as a caster of my veterancy levels when a game is in a little bit of a lull. And I tend to fill it with a little bit of zooming in. Yeah. Sue me. Tech Heavy Battalion Command is indeed coming up right now. So Von Ivan is a former winner of the Factional Showdown. He won as Soviets, of course, in a very famous battle in a previous episode. Let me just show you which one that was. So Von Ivan, the first story of it was Von Ivan losing to Nagano. He had a really torrid time. And then Von Ivan was finally able to play on his beloved Soviets, and he won in episode 3. So that's his tale. And then Nagano was straight back to winning in episode 4. In episode 5, we've not had Nagano, thanks to J for Jet's sign-up. Which is fine, because he had Seed 3, and Nagano, at the time, had rank 4, rather. It was all based on Ultimate rank, and J for Jet actually ended up on rank 1, so there you go. Paul has got a damn fine rank there. He's rank 2 in the world for OKW. Von Ivan is, of course, rank numero uno as Soviets. Oh, here we go. The comeback mechanic is out for the OKW. The Lukes, the Panzer II, is here. Doing some excellent damage, of course. Straight away. First grenade about to go down. Negative cover along the road. Oh, last possible moment from those SVT rifles. Oh, God. That is terrible. The hashtag didn't work. I don't know why Enter didn't work. That's probably because my script was running. But nerf penal on the move accuracy. I mean, it's terrible. It's running and they still got the shot. But it was part of the community balance patch, which has unfortunately been heavily suspended. So it's going to have to get out of there. MG34 doing good work there. Paul is making a little bit of a comeback in some ways. But then if you look in the top right of the screen, he really just isn't. If he can get the kill on this penal, he really could be making his way back into things. Wisely, he's not going along the centre reservation for fear of mines. Oh, vehicle buttoned from the guards. The sneak attack. The sneak attack from the guard motor coordinated tactics as these PTRS, the superior PTRS of guards and the Ziskin combination takes out the Luke's. Oh, God. What an attack. What a Von Ivan. It is a best of 3 situation, though. So I will very quickly show that right now with the scores being 0-0 on the scoreboard there. Forgot to engage the scores earlier on, but that is the score right now. It's 0-0 in a best of 3 scenario. So Paul has every opportunity to make a comeback. He was very unlucky earlier on, if you recall, when he got destroyed. He lost his stern pioneer here earlier on. And that was really early on in the game, about 5 minutes in, so there you go. To be honest, Airfield, I have not caught where Von Ivan lost his penal battalions. But knowing Von Ivan, it would have been probably on like a peripheral engagement. He tends to lose them where his attention is least occupied. And what I've noticed whilst casting is often that's where the caster's attention is also least occupied. It's the benefit of having 2 casters sometimes. But even then, you know, sometimes you don't see it. I mean, a lot of the time, I mean, Dan and I, Stormless, we always cast from the same monitor, the same perspective as well, so you do tend to miss a lot in general, to be honest. There's no way around it. Stern Pioneer has been rebuilt. No First Grenadiers anymore, they're all dead. Luke's has been rebuilt. But, I mean, we got an Su-76 out for Von now. He really likes using these assault guns most recently. He's getting a light artillery barrage on the retreating unit there. That could be really good, but unfortunately for him, that convention is suppressed. Oh, he's just popped out of suppression. We'll be able to get the kill, perhaps. Oh, he is able to do it. The Su-76 is watching over as well. So this could be dangerous. And look, I mean, Fallschirmjägers, you really don't want to recrew the MG34 with Fallschirmjägers. It's very expensive. Second Fallschirmjäger comes out trying to get a kill on the combat engineers. Just as lucky, he's probably not going to be able to get it. He is able to get it. Finally able to do something there. PTRS of the gods doing interesting work. Whereas the Su-76 is racing to get into that central engagement. He's going to be able to get it probably. There's its line of sight. It sees the Luke's. Also got the penal battalion that could. Oh! Executing it as it came around that corner. Panzerfaust ain't going to matter. And the towel has been thrown in. GG. Let's have a quick look at the stats. Pretty obvious what happened there. Von Ivan just never looked likely to lose. And indeed he did not. So thanks everybody for that. We've just had a few follows come in. Black Thorian has followed, so awesome. That's what it would have looked like had we been on the right screen. There you go. So, and that's that. Let's have some more of this tepid, disgusting coffee. Wow, we're at 9 o'clock. It's very rare this show goes on till 9 o'clock. It's the first time I can rule. Well, second time it's gone for this long, and that's thanks to the awesome Game 2 between Von Ivan and Paul. Trust me, I will get that video on YouTube within about half an hour of this series finishing tonight. So if you've missed that, you will be able to watch that, and it'll be very exciting indeed. Von Ivan knows the rules of Factional Showdown very well. He explained to Paul very calmly that we play the same factions again, and that's exactly right. If we get 2 winners of different factions and they get to the final situation, they just play again, because it's a Factional Showdown. It's a cage match between that scenario, you know. see what cool comments we've been having. Thanks, Duke Jason. And we are now going to watch a video prepared by PS3 Yes. He made it for the Factional Showdown. It's very cool indeed. I'm going to cue that up now. It's 2 minutes 59 seconds long, and then I'll jump straight into the game from this. So you're going to really enjoy this, trust me.